What's happening, guys? In the last video we talked about hip extension, the ability to get your hip behind your body, hip extension and internal rotation. And I said in the last video that to be considered normal and healthy and be optimal as an athlete, you need full range of motion in all planes and all directions. Well, what does that really mean? You can break it down into a few basic categories. You need full hip and shoulder extension, full hip and shoulder flexion, and full internal and external rotation of both the hips and the arms. There's different kind of permutations and variations, but those are like kind of the basic categories. So to work on hip flexion and external rotation, which you need for things like squatting, sumo, deadlifting, any kind of like squatting pattern, you can do it a couple different ways. One is just sitting tall in a chair, putting your foot like this on your knee, cocking the toes up towards the knee. That kind of stabilizes the knee here, puts this bone in a best fit position with this bone. And you sit tall, and then you fold forward until you feel some kind of a stretch back here in the hip. And then you do any of your basic techniques to get a muscle to relax, which is just relax, or breathe and relax and just kind of melt. Or you can tense everything up, contract, and release, and just kind of feel free to hunt around to wherever you feel tight. You could make your belly button go this way, this way, this way. Any kind of contortion that you need to get where you feel you're tight is fine, as long as it doesn't stress the knee or stress the back when you lean forward. In the beginning, it's probably best to keep a flat back. Eventually, when you know your body really well and you're not kind of at risk of any kind of a back injury, it's fine to kind of round forward if it helps you get a different angle on things. But just be mindful that you can stress your knee and your back when working on these kind of flexion, external rotation pieces. So no stress on the knee and the back. The second thing you can do is, instead of having the knee out wide of my body and then folding forward and checking that out, I kind of pull it across a little bit, and I'm pulling my ankle down my thigh, and the knee is going to be more towards the midline of my body. And then I sit tall and fold forward and hunt around here. And that gets it a little bit different. If you want another option, you can put your leg up on the bench or the seat that you're on and really explore a lot of different things. This is kind of like the Spider-Man series that I made a video of recently, where you can go and put your elbow down and see how that feels. You can let your knee roll out to the side until it gets to the ground. You can even have it not on the ground and just be breathing and relaxing here. And just kind of letting it sink and sink and sink. Or you can just kind of fall asleep on your own leg, like that, and hang out there for a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, whatever. Basically, don't stop relaxing until you feel like you're not making change anymore. If I'm sitting here and just kind of melting, and I feel like I can still feel things making change out in the hip, I'm going to keep doing it until I feel like I'm not making change. So that's one of the things to work on as an athlete: flexion, external rotation. Try it out. Let us know what you think. We'll see you next time.